So today we're doing some TikTok conspiracies.
Horrifying websites on the internet that you should never visit.
Give it to me.
Part 1.
What you got?
Goodbyewarden.com gives the last
that?
words of 565 Texas inmates who
That's creepy. That's creepy.
Why would you have that?
Why is that? Okay.
I don't want to know those.
I can see it. Like I can understand the last meals because that's a thing. That's like a big.
But
thing.
I don't
like
want to know.
That's crazy.
I don't want to.
And some of the statements are absolutely gut-wrenching, with many asking someone to take care of their children when they're gone, and others insisting upon their innocence.
Like, how much do you believe somebody saying they innocent? Like, I'm really innocent. Like, bro, chill.
On a deathbed, I'm gonna believe it on a deathbed.
Date.info is a dark, morbid site that asks you to enter your name, age, weight, and
no.
height before spitting out the exact date that it thinks you're going to die.
Nah.
The site also provides you with 3 words that it says will be related to your death in some way.
No.
Plane crash info.
My question is like,
no, I would never.
Like, for one, I'm never gonna do nothing like that. But the question is like, has anyone who put in their information,
has it actually succeeded?
Yeah, that'd be terrifying to know.
Oh, we know. Trust me, we know. If it was like a bunch of right answers, we probably know.
Com has an extensive database filled with records.
How would we know the person dead?
Like, it would probably, there would be some more theories about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this person said they was gonna da 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 da, and then it happened. It would be at least, you know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, like, hold on, child.
Recordings, pictures, and transcripts of the final moments of a plane crash.
No, I would never want to see.
Desert.com has unedited footage of the 67 exorcisms of Annalisa McKell.
Huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a chick that got exercised several times.
67?
Yeah.
Let her go. Let her go.
Trust me, her demonic screams will haunt your nightmares.
Bro, after exorcism number 10, it's over for you, sister girl.
5.
You're on your own.
After 5.
Probably 3 for real.
Nah, bro. The craziest part, like, when I think about stuff like this, I'm like, yo, how do you?
How?
Like, what,
You,
bro?
like, she's actually possessed. Like,
Busy thinking about.
Who is that?
That was a missing person, Brandon Swanson.
Okay.
All right. What about him?
The most dangerous conspiracy theories. This picture represents conspiracy theories from the most well-known to the darkest. Some of these theories say once you learn the truth, there's no return. For this series, we're going to be picking some from each category until we reach tier 10, the point of no return.
Okay, let's get it.
Let's get it. Some people are saying that I will die before I even reach tier 10.
What?
Okay.
Why would you comment that? That's crazy.
Tier 1. Today we're going to be talking about cryptozoology. Cryptozoology is defined as the search for animals whose existence is disputed. For example, Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Loch Ness Monster. This one I want to talk about the Ningen. The Ningen is
out of all those, which one you think is the closest to being real?
I feel like Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
I feel like Bigfoot is just like a North American like gorilla.
Like a big ass something.
Yeah, I think it's like a gorilla. I think it's like just a big gorilla, that's like endangered. We see them so few because of, like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on?
In Japan, it's an aquatic humanoid creature that can be larger than a whale but also mutate into a human. I know what you're thinking. No way this is real. I thought the same thing until I saw this. In 2007, a company published a magazine with Ningens on the cover. The magazines were completely destroyed with no trace, but I found the PDF file of what it looked like. It gets even weirder. Early February 2013, a huge mysterious object washes ashore that makes locals freak out. 3 days later, the website was taken down without a trace. Doing some more research, I found out that people from Japan created a forum page talking about all of the government corruption that was happening. They then began to speak on the Ningen, and somebody says that he was on the research ship when they captured it on camera, and then government officials raided the boat and even supposedly killing some of the people. 3 days later, the forum...
Bro, see, the thing with stuff like this was truly terrifying. We can never truly trust the government.
Yeah, not at all.
That's the most terrifying part.
Even with like simple stuff.
Like we can't trust them, bro.
One page was taken down without a trace, but I found it once again, and take a look at one of the videos somebody posted.
What the hell?
What is that?
Mug sprouted up. It's a giant sperm whale.
Yeah, that.
So what do you think?
Time out. How's a sperm whale?
I don't know. It just, you know.
Yeah, type shit. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, my bad.
Is this Ningen just some myth, or is the government hiding something much darker?
Bro, we've learned the government is hiding stuff.
Oh, yeah. With the whole alien thing this year.
Like they came out that, they for sure exist.
They for sure.
Like,
I can't talk on it. whole little conference thing.
I'm like, but they exist. What you mean?
We need to know about Area 51. We need to know.
I'm getting to the point where it's things we don't understand, and I don't know if I want to attempt to try.
On May 14th, 2008, Brandon Swanson left his college just after midnight. At 2 a.m., he called his parents and told them that he crashed his car into a ditch and he couldn't get it out. He wasn't injured, he told them the location, and the parents set out to find him. But they couldn't find him or the car. Brandon remained on the phone with them, and he told them that he would flash his car lights and they would do the same. But neither of them saw the lights. 47 minutes into the call, his parents heard him yell, "Oh shit," and the call was disconnected. When police pulled his cell phone records, his last location was 25 miles away from where Brandon said he was. And his car was found in the opposite direction from where Brandon said he was.
What?
To this day, we still don't know where he is or what happened.
Alternate dimension reality?
Nah, bro, stuff like that is genuinely terrifying because it's like, in today's time and age, bro, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who you are. I'm bringing Blake. And if I don't, boop. Oh, you
that
just
don't work. It just meant to be.
I'm saying.
Okay, so tier 3. This is the point of no return. Today we're going to be talking
really
about
going
the
through
Denver
the tiers?
Airport. The Denver International Airport is located in Denver, Colorado. Before we get to the conspiracies, let's go over the facts. During the process of building this airport, they apparently went over budget by $2 billion.
Yeah.
And supposedly even more than that.
The craziest part.
Jesus.
The craziest part. An airport costs like a couple million to build.
$2 billion?
$2 billion.
For an airport?
Craziest part about the airport.
It's a giant building.
This is the craziest part. There's government companies, like aerospace companies, that are listed as sponsors on the bill. And I'm like, this ain't for no other
this
airport.
Conspiracy a couple times.
Nah, they were also 16 months behind schedule. So now we're going to talk about some of the theories
over
on why
a year.
they went over a budget of $2 billion and why it took so
I think
long
it's
to
like,
build
what, a
this
space
airport.
portal?
One of the most popular theories is that it's an underground facility for the global elite. There's a lot of facts to back this one up, but a construction worker claimed that the reason the delay was so long is because they were moving 5 buildings downstairs. And by downstairs, I mean in this underground tunnel. The second theory is the Mustang statue. This statue is a blue horse on its heels right in the center of the airport. Later, it was given the nickname Blucifer. The reason they call it...
See, that's... like, who gave it that nickname?
The freaking natives. Blucifer. I can only imagine the Denver Facebook people.
Like, what do you mean natives? Like the Denver natives?
Like the Denver people. Blucifer. Oh, my God. I was standing by Blucifer.
Lucifer is because of the 4th horseman in the apocalypse in the book of Revelations. And the 4th horseman represents death. A lot of people have taken videos of this horse and you can literally see red eyes even though there's no LED lights inside of them. The crazy thing is the sculptor who built the statue actually was killed by it. The statue fell down, crushing him and splitting one of his arteries, killing him instantly.
Okay, how true is that?
And why did y'all put it up? If that happened, why did you put it up?
So maybe the reason for the delay was to hide something sinister. The final theory that most people believe is this is a foundation for the Freemasons. The Freemasons have some of the most powerful people in the world, which leads people to speculate that this is a headquarters for the Illuminati. There is even a statue that says March 19th, 1994, and those numbers equal the number 33, which is the highest level of Freemasonry. And under the date, the commission name is New World, hinting to the New World Order. The New World Order is thought to be a small group of people controlling the entire world under one government, creating total power and total wealth.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be so honest. I will never go to Colorado, and this stems back to.
I thought you wanted to go to Aspen.
Man, not no more. If I gotta, because don't you gotta fly to Denver to get to Aspen?
I think Aspen got his own airport.
Oh, well, shoot, then we can go to Aspen. But no, like the craziest part about stuff like this, it puts in perspective, bro. We are so meager in this life. We are a speck, and it's like we have no control. That's why when I get rich, I'm buying this Gundam.
I'm doing this Freemasons for real.
Nah, chill out.
Need protection.
Chill out.
I'm kidding. I'm
Accidentally spent over $2 billion. How
you accidentally
much darker secret?
These are some of the creepiest things that have ever been found inside of the ocean, and trust me, you won't believe this
Phasmophobia
last
about to
one.
go crazy.
There's a 200-year-old fully
Phasmophobia.
That's the right word.
The fear of the deep.
intact train that is at the bottom of the ocean off the coast of New Jersey, and nobody knows how it got there. Just recently, scientists discovered that there are spiders that live and breathe underwater.
We knew that already.
Man, look.
I thought we been to that.
Nah, I ain't know that.
I've seen spiders in the water a bunch of times.
I seen crabs.
Okay. Okay.
I'm seeing crabs.
This is a tripod fish, and they live up to 15,000 feet deep.
Tripod fish? You know, tripod got 3 legs?
It do.
Oh, it do got 3
legs.
And walk, not swim, across the ocean's floor.
They walk?
And finally, elongated skulls like this one were found deep in an underwater cave off the coast of Asia, and nobody knows what happened to them.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
They're supposedly at the current time frame in Earth, right? The water levels have risen, right? Mm-hmm. So like global warming, whatever. Global warming is a thing supposedly that has happened. It happens throughout time. The Earth gets really, really hot and it gets really, really cold. So at the original ice age, supposedly the water was all in one convergence. It was like big icebergs. So you could go deeper down. That's why like a lot of people say there's certain civilizations
that's just buried.
Yeah.
2-sentence horror stories.
2 sentences.
I looked out from the second floor at a bloody mess outside on the street and realized that my parents had been lying to me. They told me babies were bouncing bundles of joy, but my brother had barely bounced at all.
That's not a. That's sick.
A 2-sentence horror story.
That's not a horror story.
That's like a bad joke, low key.
What's it like being dead? The little girl asked me. I held her hand, looked at her in the eye, and spelled out "cold and lonely" on the Ouija board.
Oh damn,
that's scary.
It's all in your head.
Don't use Ouija boards, people.
Don't.
It's no point. It's not fun. You don't want to. Don't play with things.
If you're gonna do something stupid, at least follow the rules.
No, if you're gonna do something stupid, do something stupid in the living that's somewhat safe.
Yeah.
Don't do no stupid shit which we don't understand fully.
My doctor told me as we both stared, horrified, at my X-ray.
Oh,
the aliens interviewed every last human to see if they were good and worth saving. Then they asked the animals.
That
As
is
the rapture
creepy.
began, I was bitterly disappointed to find myself left behind. And then I looked up at the departing figures and saw all the open jaws awaiting them in the sky. My son wakes me up by screaming at the top of his lungs. It always gets louder leading up to the anniversary of his death.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Bro, those are freaking scary.
Tier 4. Very few people know about this conspiracy. Today we're going to be talking about artificial poisonous snow. To sum up what this means, this conspiracy believes that the government is creating artificial...
The snow is gay! The snow is gay!
And it's white! Snow is racist!
Artificial snow to control the population. The most common state in the United States that it snows in is New Hampshire. It snows in New Hampshire 118.5 days on average per year. Do you know what the most leading cause of death is in New Hampshire?
Freezing.
Some people might be confused, but if we take a look at the top 10 states in the United States that it snows in, the most common leading cause of death is heart disease or cancer, leaving people to speculate that they're creating...
Well, heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the world.
If I was going to say probably in America.
No, I think in the world for sure. Well, we could say America. Because I know heart disease, that's why they say, you need to at least stand a few hours of the day, all this, workout, so to combat heart disease. So if you remove heart disease from #1 and cancers in all those states, and the last time it snowed, they were saying you couldn't melt the snow.
Up north?
No, here? When it snowed here, they were
melt the snow.
They put it in pots and pans and it wasn't melting.
Oh yeah. Okay.
In the snow to control the population. About 7 years ago, a video circulated of a man putting a snowball on a grill and trying to get it to melt. But instead of melting, the entire snow turned black. One man in 2014 posted a blog post of him trying to burn a snowball with a lighter. He then goes on to say that the snowball burnt like plastic. He then later said that he thought it could have been the butane from the lighter, so he put his snowball on the kitchen table. Over the course of the next few days, the snowball never melted and water never leaked out.
What?
1 year later, the man
I do remember seeing that
took his
video.
own life, leaving people to speculate that the government thought he knew too much.
Wait.
Days the snowball never melted and water never leaked out. 1 year later, the man allegedly took his own life, leaving people to speculate that the government thought he knew too much.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. But yeah, I remember seeing his original where with
the lighter. Yeah.
Conspiracy theory might seem far-fetched for some, but in 1967, the U.S. opened a secret project called Operation Popeye. Operation Popeye was the study of weather warfare. The results of the experiment allegedly created 35 inches of rain in Vietnam during the Vietnam War. But President Nixon, all the way up to his death, denied the project ever existed.
Of course he would.
Then later in 1977, the UN banned all weather warfare. If weather warfare never even existed at that time, why would they ban it? Why would the UN feel the need to ban it? So do you think the snow is 100% natural, or do you think the government is hiding a much darker secret about what happened at Operation Popeye?
I feel like up north the snow is pretty much like it's northern, right? But it snows all the time in Canada, and Canada is northern.
Yeah.
So like the thing but the other part about like what 100% believe, because they try to say, cloud seeding isn't real and crap like that. And then they be like, we had to make it rain to stop this forest fire. How'd you do that?
Yeah, how did you do that? Why did you ban weather warfare if it doesn't exist?
Yeah, you feel me? Like, come on, bro. We not stupid.
Make sure to like and...
That's why me and my Gundam, we're going to go all the way up. When I find you, Ricky. Imagine it's a dude running all his name, Ricky.
Those are crazy dark.
Scariest 2-sentence horror stories.
There's
My
more?
sister says that mommy killed her. But mommy says I don't have a sister. I can't move, breathe, speak, or hear, and it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead. My daughter...
No, wait, nope. We're gonna skip it. That's No, that's crazy. That's dark as hell.
Well, I'm
if you guys want to
scared.
see more videos like this, make sure to like and follow.
No, we don't.
Why some people are afraid of the tooth fairy. Now, most people know the tooth fairy as a sweet, fun-loving little fairy that will take...
The tooth fairy don't exist. Like, what?
That drawing look like Tinkerbell.
Take your tooth and give you money in exchange. But there are some legends from Europe that go much darker than this. And these tales often involve witches who disguise themselves as the tooth fairy.
Okay, I'm gonna be so honest with you.
What's wrong with y'all over there?
This is the people. This is 100% the people who parents never told them that the two. Did I just ruin childhood for some of y'all?
It was mommy and daddy. And if you didn't have one, I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna get into Santa. I'm not gonna get into Santa.
You should know.
Shut up.
You
don't ruin this. Just stop, Michael. Michael,
if you old enough
Michael, shut up. It's not our place. It's not our place. It's not our place, bro.
It's too late.
Nah, shut up. It's not our place.
They're not real. They're not real. If you're old enough to watch this video, that means you should at least be over the age of 16, 18, possibly. They're not real.
You just ruined this for somebody, bro.
And if you believe any of these myths about witches and stuff, they're not real.
It's not your place, bro. It's not your place.
I'm gonna be the daddy you never had.
It's not your place. It's not your place.
They're not real.
Kids are actually afraid when they lose their tooth, so they throw it out as...
I'm sorry. It wasn't his place to do that. I don't know why he did that.
Why
it wasn't cool.
So nurturing?
Because, bro, that's not cool. And I'm sorry, y'all. Like, he doesn't get it. There's certain things he wasn't taught.
Okay, I was taught that the tooth fairy ain't real.
Hey, look, I'm sorry he
so a witch cannot find
it for
them.
you.
Because it's believed in some places that if a witch finds your tooth, she will be able to gain complete control over that person. So if she has that part of you, she will ruin your life.
There's one English legend that tells of a witch named Jenny Greenteeth. She was a witch that was said to hide in scum-filled ponds to catch unsuspecting children.
Now, parents would usually use this Jenny Greenteeth to frighten their children into obedience.
And the pond scum in which the witch hides is said to resemble green teeth.
So this story is used to encourage children to brush their teeth so they don't get gross teeth like the witch.
This is the haunting story of Jeff the Killer.
Jeff
was a young boy who moved into a new home with his family. One day, 3 teenage boys decided to attack Jeff and his brother. But Jeff managed to fight them off, leaving them in the streets with broken wrists and knife wounds.
Damn,
Unfortunately, after the incident, Jeff realized that he genuinely enjoyed inflicting pain and suffering on others. Later that night, Jeff's mother began to hear a strange noise coming from the bathroom of their house. It sounded like someone was crying. When she entered the room, she found Jeff carving a permanent smile.
Bro, what is these pictures?
That's what I'm saying. If I see somebody like that,
I don't care who you. Bro, we could be on the street. We could be on the street. You could be doing nothing. You could be doing nothing.
Wow.
You could be doing nothing. Because Ricky, when I find you, if I'm walking down the street and you walk from an alley, you look like that boy. I don't care.
You're not taking the chance.
I'm not, sir. You assaulted him. I did. I did.
Michael Jackson's not supposed to be here.
Tile into his cheeks, and she also realized that he had cut off his eyelids so he wouldn't have to sleep. Jeff's final words to his mother were, "Mom, you lied." After which he murdered his entire family and disappeared into the night. He was never seen again.
How do we know this then? How do we know this?
How do we know?
If he killed his mom, how do we know this?
Wait. Yeah.
How do we know this?
Yeah. But legend has it, he's looking for his next victim.
Of course.
This is a scary story about the sister.
I don't believe you say it's terrifying.
There's a brother and sister named Alec and Taylor. One day, Alec was annoying Taylor by pulling her hair and poking her.
All right, Sebastian.
Taylor began to get very mad and said, "If you do it again, I'm going to kill you." Alec didn't care and then pulled her hair again. Taylor then got up and walked away. Later that night, Alec was lying in his bed when he heard his door slowly opening. He then turned and saw his sister Taylor standing there with something in her hand. Before Alec could even say a word,
why you ruined the story? It seemed very real until you put this.
Taylor jumped on him and stabbed him countless times.
Nah, this is believable though.
It's believable, but you put that picture up. This supposed to.
No, this is believable.
And turned herself in. Taylor was then sent to a mental asylum and will stay there for the rest of her life.
She ain't eat them.
This is why you should always trust your kids. A little girl named Casey grew up in a small town. She didn't have many friends, but she was always hanging out with her mom and dad. While the mom was at work, Casey would spend majority of her time with her dad by just watching TV. This went on for a little while until things started to get odd. Casey one day saw her dad placing knives in the living room. Casey asked, "Dad, what are you doing with these knives?" And the dad just looked at her and said, "Don't tell mom." Casey did as she was told and didn't say anything. The mom came home from work and saw the knives in the living room and asked Casey why did she put these knives in the living room. Casey, keeping the promise to her father, says nothing and takes the blame for it. The next day, Casey saw her father placing knives in the bathroom. Casey once again asked, "Dad, what are you doing?" And the dad looked at her and said, "Don't tell mommy." Casey once again said nothing and took the blame for it. The next day, Casey saw her father placing knives in her bedroom. Casey asked, "Dad, what are you doing with these knives?" The dad turned and said, "Shh." The mom busted down the door and said, "Casey, what are you doing with these knives?" Casey, scared, says, "It wasn't me, it was Dad. He's the one who's been doing this."
Oh, he's
the
not
mom
alive.
stops and stares at Casey and says, "Casey, your dad was murdered 10 years ago." Make sure to like and follow for more videos.
He's not the wow.
That's wow. Who's she been with?
Jesus.
Year 5. Today we're going to be talking about Project Blue Book. Project Blue Book is the National Archive of UFOs. In 1961, an American couple named Benny and Barney Hill were supposedly abducted by aliens. The couple was driving and both of them claimed to see a very large bright light that got bigger as it moved. They continued driving and following this thing until eventually it landed right in front of them, stopping their car. The next thing they know, they are 35 miles away from where they originally were, and turns out they've been missing for 2 hours. Their clothes were ripped apart, both of their watches stopped working, and both of their shoes were scuffed. Betty wanted to notify someone of what just happened, so they contacted their local military base. The military base actually picked up on radar an unidentified flying object at the same time they saw the lights. In the coming years, both of them suffered from extreme anxiety and extremely disturbing dreams, so they hired a psychiatrist who was a master in hypnosis. He hypnotized them to remember what they saw, and the audio tapes are terrifying, and I can't show them because they're copyrighted. So let's get to the conspiracy. After all of this happened, neither one of them ever changed their story since 1961. The media ridiculed them and painted them as crazies and even tried to blame it on marijuana. But literally 1 week ago, the Pentagon released a UFO that they cannot identify and they don't know what it is. So did Betty and Barney make up this
the craziest part? The craziest part about all this types of stuff, like the conspiracies and all this stuff, the government literally ruined a lot of people's lives saying that they were crazy and aliens didn't exist.
What do you? I mean, there could be reasons to actually hide some of this stuff,
but it's like they went as far as to ruin people's lives, right? Literally ruin them.
You going out of your way to
and then just to admit that we were lying. Like, bro, y'all are up.
Like as of now, I feel like we're getting to the point where it's just becoming too hard to hide.
Yeah, for sure.
It's too much technology. It's just people are like thinking too much. Like it's too much. All these phones and stuff and doorbell cameras and stuff.
Got lucky
it's
that
too hard to hide.
Picked something up at the same time they reported it, or is the government hiding that this is real and slowly releasing more proof that we're not alone?
Nah, they're definitely releasing more proof. But the thing is,
by the time, he probably made this video a while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's so crazy and it's unfair. How I sounded like it's so unfair that what the government put people through just to admit later, that's our fault. It's like, bro, y'all, it's no repercussions.
They was taking advantage of the fact that the average person didn't have access to technology.
It's so much stuff they've done and there's no repercussions to them.
I see why all these conspiracies exist because they was just in the house. Just what if?
But it works though. It works because there's some truth to them just because of how the government has acted and handled certain things.
Can't trust them.
But remember, these are all conspiracies.
These are all conspiracies, allegations.
All these are conspiracies.
I'm going to cover two different theories on this one. The first one states that oxygen is poisonous and that everything around you is a lie. People believe the government created oxygen to control the world's population. With that being said, the average lifespan of inhaling oxygen is around 80 years. Theoretically, humans can live forever, but the government created oxygen so that way
Okay, buddy.
What would we breathe? What? Is there anything else we could breathe?
You think they created oxygen 400, 500, 1,000 years ago?
Say resources and kill off the population every 80 to 100 years. Not only does this oxygen kill us, but it also allows us to hallucinate. Some of the evidence people use to prove this theory is oxygen toxicity. Oxygen toxicity is when you inhale too much oxygen, creating lung damage and can even kill you, which leaves people to believe if
underwater.
We need oxygen to live, why can it also kill us? The second theory is similar with some minor differences.
Because think about all the stuff that's healthy. If you have too much of it, it's no longer healthy.
So my question is, what else can we breathe? Because all I know is oxygen. So what other?
We're not breathing carbon dioxide.
We breathe it out. So what other air could we breathe in if oxygen is poisonous?
Go underwater. See how long you last. How many years?
I might go. I think. What gas? What other gas? That's the question. That's the question. What other gas can we breathe?
The second theory states that oxygen makes us hallucinate, suppressing our thoughts and emotions. If humans keep inhaling oxygen, they can't see the world for what it really is. Some of the proof people use to prove
they also say that with water, like drinking some water, that like tap water, bottled water, whatever, there's a chemical in it supposedly that like we can't see certain light rays, some stuff like that.
This theory as well, drugs. People who take LSD always talk about how beautiful and vibrant the world is. Even in some cases have spiritual breakthroughs and learn something about themselves that they could not have figured out on their own. For instance, Francis Crick was on LSD when he discovered DNA, and apparently he met his spiritual being.
What?
Strands. What? They're different colors. They're twisting and turning.
Nah, like making a joke out of it is one thing, but the fact that he actually
discovered it on it. No,
that's crazy. Like joking aside, that's a big thing.
Beings showed him exactly what it looked like, and he credits 2/3 of all of his research to it. So people think that the government made these drugs illegal so that nobody can think differently, and it keeps everybody in line. Obviously, I'm not advocating for this. I'm just telling you the most dangerous conspiracy theories. But make sure to like and follow because we have a lot more to learn.
That's crazy.
Out of all those, which one would you believe the most?
The snow.
The snow? Okay, that makes sense.